Went rummaging through the humidor, pulled out a stick to review for you guys. Did some research, and god damn it, it's another fake. Coming up next. Hello, everybody. This is Charles Kelly, and welcome to the Lancer Life. So, I've been gifted a lot of cigars over the years, and you might have heard from some earlier videos. I had the philosophy that I would hold on to my good sticks until a special occasion came along. Heck, sometimes a special occasion is an opportunity to do a review for you guys. Before coming out to Indianapolis, I sat down and grabbed a bunch of my Cuban sticks and decided, hey, I'll do a bunch of reviews for you all. And I found this old gifted Montecristo Habana that's been sitting in my box since about, I'm going to say around 2016. I was going to get it and start my review and blah, blah, blah. And one of the things I do before I do my cigar reviews is I do my research. So I went online, do the research, look at the cigar, look at the label, look at the label, look at the label, and bust it. So let's take a look at the cigar. So beat up, hanging in a box for a couple of years, 3 years. That's to be expected. The cigar isn't wrapped in cellophane or anything like that. It's a loosey. Been banging around in the box. Look at the label. And of course, the truth is in the label. Churchill, about 7.5 inches, about the size that the Anejados is supposed to be, and the Montecristo Habana looks good. But if you look inside that Montecristo label, that fleur de lis shouldn't be bronze or gold. It should be white, just like the Montecristo words around it. And that band around the Anejados shouldn't be that matte, flat, bronze, yellowish looking thing. It should be a gold band. It should be bright and beautiful. And that's it. We got a fake Montecristo Anejados. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. It's a gift. And it's been aging. We're going to find out if it's real Cuban tobacco here in a second. I've smoked 3 Cuban cigars this week. One was a Montecristo. It's a petite Corona that a friend of mine's wife picked up at a real Habano store in Cuba. She took a trip to Cuba and picked the cigar up. The other cigar was a Olla de Monterrey Epicure #1 that my daughter picked up in Cuba, and the other was a Romeo and Juliet Churchill, short Churchill. I don't remember the size. The review is on my website. You'll see that was picked up in Spain as well. So here's another picture of it. Take a look. Montecristo, Habana, everything is good there, but the fleur de lis is bronze. It's not supposed to be that color. I haven't seen any authorized cigars that had the color like that. But most importantly, the bands, gold bands around the Anejados, Habana, Cuba, should look different. So again, this was a cigar that I've had since 2016. I've become much more discerning since then, but I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you this guy. Another look at it before I smoke it. Now that Montecristo label looks great, but that fleur de lis is supposed to be white, just like the words Montecristo. Okay, so one of the things I've done is I've become more discerning when I accept a cigar. Recently, I went to a cigar shop, reputable guy, had some Cuban cigars, keeps a lot of Cuban cigars, and offered to pick up some, and looked at some of the cigars and was going to buy a couple. I bought a couple, and there was one cigar in the batch. I looked at it, and I'd already paid for it, and kind of in a way I didn't want to offend the guy. But after I sat down and looked at that label and looked at that cigar, I said, no, man, you got to give me my money back for this one. I don't want this one. And he looked at it and kind of agreed that maybe I should now. He praised how well the cigar smoked, and maybe it was a great smoking cigar. Didn't want to pay the price that he was asking me to pay for a good smoking cigar that wasn't a genuine article. Some of the cigars he had were a genuine article. So one of the things I've done is I've become more discerning up front in terms of what I will accept, and certainly what I will review for you. Now, this one is worth reviewing because, there's an educational value to putting this guy out there and walking you through that. Again, that fleur de lis should not be bronze. It looks raised, it looks official, fake as hell. Should be white. And these bands around here, these bands that's going around here, they should be a bright, gleaming gold and not this flat color. So, those guys are getting their business in. So, it's like a 94, 95 degree hot as crap day out here in Indianapolis, sitting in my baby's garage. This is the no class thing. I've got a damn mug of Manhattan. This is about at least 2 damn drinks worth of Manhattans in a plastic mug and bun plastic cup. And I'm going to go ahead and smoke this, holler at y'all for a couple of minutes. We'll find out whether it's real Cuban or not. But as I said, I've smoked 3 Cuban cigars this week. A Petite Corona, Epicure, and a Romeo and Juliet. And one of the things that I can tell you is they're all kind of tasting the same. Now, one of the reasons why I was kind of excited about this one, because if this were a real Anejados, one of the things they do different with the Anejados, which stands for age, is they age the tobacco. So I'm going to give you some knowledge on the Anejados, even though this is fake. Nicaraguan and Honduran cigars are aged in the pilons. After they take the cigars and they wrap them up together and spray them down in the pilons, that's where a lot of the aging is done in cigar tobacco. Well, what they've decided to do for the real Anejados, or aging, is they decided they would age the tobacco too. Now, Cuban cigars, however, these are not aged. The tobacco isn't aged while they're in the pilon. What they've decided they would do is age the cigars after the cigars have been rolled. So what they would do is take these cigars, take some aged tobacco, so the wrapper is supposed to be aged tobacco. They roll and manufacture cigars, and then they stick the cigars in a place in the aging room, and they age them that way. Kind of a different style, but it's supposed to give you some better depth of flavor. Now, I can't comment on that because this is a fake. This is a damn fake. But that's what the process is intended to do, and that's what it's meant to do. I think I'm dealing with real Cuban tobacco. So it's a Cuban fake. I just hope there's nothing else in here. I think I've told you before, there are some videos that's got some real nasty crap inside some of these fake Cuban cigars. So thank goodness for that. So because this is a fake ass cigar, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time telling you what's in a real Anejados. I certainly ain't going to bother you with the descriptor because you may never see this damn cigar again. Um, mm, everywhere I've looked says the ash on a Cuban cigar should be this salt and peppery gray ash. That's just, again, that's a function of the ground that the tobacco is growing and the mineral content. You can't fake the ash. I mean, you just can't. And so between the taste, mild Cuban flavor, and the ash, I'm believing I have a real Cuban cigar that is a fake. Now, what I was saying earlier, I smoked the Montecristo, I smoked the Olla de Monterey, and I smoked the Romeo and Juliet. One of the things I'm finding is there's not much difference in the flavor profiles from those cigars. In fact, I dare to say a novice couldn't tell the difference between one or the other in a blind taste. You just couldn't. They're so similar. And I've said in other videos that someone I know who's visited Cuban cigar factories claims to have seen, they're rolling this cigar, and when the shade of the tobacco is a little different, they stop rolling A brand cigar, start rolling B brand cigar with the same stack of tobacco, but because the leaf color changed from the batch of leaf they got, it's something else. So listen, so there's not that much variation in the flavor. There's not much. I'm guessing must not be that much real geographical variation. Cuba's a small island, and then you got to figure what's not developed and where can they grow the tobacco. How much variation can you get? It's over harvested. Quality is falling at the plants. The counterfeits may literally be making more money than the genuine article. I mean, but there wasn't much variation between the Montecristo, the Olla de Monterey, and the Romeo and Juliet. Subtle differences, but some of the differences are based upon the size of the cigar. The Romeo and Juliet, it was a Churchill ring gauge, nice cool smoke. The Epicure was a Corona, a little hotter smoke, and a little less flavor. One of the things I noticed from the Romeo and Juliet, in addition to that classic sassafras flavor, I tell you, I get with the cigar, mild bead of sassafras in this one. It's not the heavy sassafras, but with that Romeo and Juliet Churchill, I got hay and something akin to toasted wheat bread. And I think because the smoke was cooler, I was able to pick up some more of the subtlety. I didn't get that with the Epicure. I got a much hotter smoke, of course, with the Petite Corona. Again, the sassafras flavor, a little light nuttiness. I got a little light nuttiness with the Epicure. It was a little lighter with the Montecristo, that Petite Corona, and that's it. Like they're tasting the same, and you have to really begin to question. And the fakes are not much different either. In fact, when I looked at this, a review of this cigar, the genuine article on Half Wheel only gave it an 83. And the guy said, I would never buy another one of these again. It's not a bad cigar, but it's not a great cigar. At $20 a cigar should wow you. It shouldn't taste, in my opinion, like every other cigar. And if it tastes like another cigar, it ought to be bringing some uniqueness in flavor profile, some levels of complexity and something to make you want to go and buy that cigar again. Like, you don't want to buy a box of cigars and after you smoke the first one and ask yourself why did I spend all that money for the box of cigars. And that's true of any cigar. I don't care what country of origin, who the manufacturer is. It's one of the reasons why I love buying my cigars singles or five or six or whatever. You know, I like to taste the cigar, enjoy it, and determine what I like. There are really only a few cigars that I would buy by the box. Uh, and even a cigar I like, other than that real genuine Montecristo number two, that I would buy by the box, or the Bahique 56 general article. I'll buy those by the box, box 10. There are very few cigars I would do that. I would get bored with it after a period of time, even with a cigar I liked if I bought a box. And that's been my experience. I've had cigars that I really like. I bought a box. By the end of the box, I was tired of the cigar. So I tend not to have a desire to do that. So, um, yeah, fake Montecristo Anejados. What can I tell you? As Mills Lanes used to say to boxers getting in the lane, you must protect yourself at all times. All right. This is a big fella. Uh, I'm not gonna do no more cigars reviews out here in Indianapolis. I'm being ready to tear it up and head back home to Philadelphia. I've got like four or five in a box. I'll probably sit down and do some reviews. I think I'm gonna smoke my real good stuff because I haven't done that many reviews this year. So there you go. Holler at your boy at www.thelancerlife.com. Click subscribe if you like this or my other videos, and I'll be back at you. Holler. This isn't that bad. All stop. I just went online. Cigar Aficionado is showing the new Petite uh, Montecristo Petite Corona. And guess what? The logo inside there is just like that. So I'm confused again. I still think the band around here isn't what it needs to be in terms of the color and all that stuff. But I really don't know. Listen, this is a pretty damn good cigar. Just gotta tell you. Might not be the real thing, could be the real thing. But as I said before, you really must get your own cigar out of the box from a reputational cigar dealer with the S.A. Habano symbol in the window to know that you got a good shot at getting a real deal. And even beyond that, you got to make sure you're getting a box, that you check the box, you go online to S.A. Habano's website, scan the barcode in, and make sure that the barcode and the box and blah, 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 blah are good. Listen, Cuban cigars are probably the most counterfeited thing besides the American $10 damn bill. I got no complaints about the cigar. It's got some good flavor, but I just sitting here chilling, and I found that the Petite Montecristo does have a bronze. Sorry about the long nails. I'm a little old and grungy, so you know, let's move past that. It does have that color logo in the middle, and this band looks great. The only thing that I thought was off was the color of the thing, but you go to Cigar Aficionado's website. Here is the Montecristo. Let me hold this right. Look at that band. I don't know if you can see it, but the petite Montecristo band, it is the bronze colored band. So I don't know. I really, really don't know. But if this is a genuine article, I understand why it's got an 83 rating. It's okay. It's Cuban. It has unique Cuban flavors, got the unique Cuban taste. But that's it. And like I said, this is definitely Cuban tobacco. I can definitely say that with some confidence. It doesn't taste like Cuban tobacco. Doesn't taste like any other tobacco in the world. Definitely Cuban. Don't know if it's a genuine or a fake. I believe it's fake. I'm calling it as a fake, and that's that. So anyway, well, there you have it. Always giving you the latest and greatest news. Talk to you soon.